We continue learning Kitzur Yomi. We're in the middle of the first parak. We're up to Sif. Hey, says the Kitzur. As we continue, after discussing waking up in the morning, the Kitzur rolls it back to the night before. If you're able to get up at midnight, Tikun Chatzos, to say Tikun Chatzos, Matoif, how beautiful. K'maishenemar, as the pasuk in Eicha says, Kubi Raini Balaylo, get up at night, L'Rosh Hashemah, rise beginning of the watch. K'mashe Kadosh Baruch Hu, Mekayni Beisai, just like a Kadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem laments and cries over the Chorban. Shenemar Hashem Yimarim Yishag. Hashem cries out from on high. Mimarim Kachayitin Kaloi. From his holy dwelling, he raises his voice. Shoi Yishag al Naveu. He cries out. Hashem cries out and calls out over his Naveu, over his destroyed Beis Hamikdash Vaymer, and he says, Oila Banim. Woe is to my children, Shabbat B'Neisei Mechrafti Espesi, that due to their Aveira I had to destroy my home. Serafti Esecheli, and burn my Beis Hamikdash v'gleisim leveinu umais, and exile them amongst the nations. So just as HaKadosh Baruch Hu at that moment is crying out, we counteract that by getting up at Chatzos and davening as well. If that's not possible, says the Kitzur, what's next? Get up before Alois. Says David, I wake up in the morning. See, the morning doesn't wake me. And after midnight, you still could do Tikun Chatzos. Optimally, it's at midnight, but if it's not possible, you could do it later in the night. After you say Tikun Chatzos, Yasik B'Tayra, Ish Kvil. Chalasa, each person according to how much he could do. Shir Mishnayis Kodem Chol Davar. First, because Mishnayis. And the Shayis, the same Oisiyos brings one to the fulfillment of his Neshama. Mishnayis is Neshama. V'meinai bar hachi, if he's not able to learn Mishnayis, Yasik B'Tilim Mamadais Sifrei Musar. Tilim Mamadais Sifrei Musar. V'tay Mabek Kavana. And always remember, a little bit kavana is better. Meharba is b'lein kavana. Such a line that we really should live our life with, realizing that do less, but do it with intent. Tani Rav Chia kolisik b'atar b'layla shchin nekenegdoi shenem markin rani b'layla rosh hashmayros shevchi kamayim libech noichach b'nei Hashem. Pour out your heart in the front of Hashem. Pirush Shashchina he oz kinegdecha. You're pouring out your heart to Hashem because the Shechina is right with you. That makes you Nikra Eved Hashem, because as David Melch says, Kalavdi Hashem Ha'imdim Vis Hashem V'Leilos. So who doesn't want to be? What a great compliment, a praise to be an Eved Hashem. How do we do that? By being Isaac B'Atayr B'Leila. Sorry, and what about in the summer when the night is short? It's not possible to wake up so early. Yisami Tzlakam, get up. That's well, enough time to get ready. Lolechas Beis HaKnesses, L'spal Matzibur. Moshe Feitzin and Tshuva adds on that what does it mean with enough time to get ready? It means with enough time to get ready. What does that mean? That means you got to use the bathroom. It's not appropriate, says Ramesha, that you have the coffee and then during davening you're running to the bathroom. No, you're supposed to get up. You're about to talk to Hashem and have everything ready. Says the Kitzur Mizmari Tehillim v'chein shar parshas Mitarim Nevi'im Ksuvim she'ein shigurim b'viyah kol amar balpeh, things that you don't know by heart, should not say by heart. Filim yishiyodei amar balpeh yesh lizer shalom balpeh v'suma mutter, but a suma is mutter. On the bottom over here, the article does a beautiful job of pointing out. Mishmur writes, you're allowed to say Tilim from memory, which of course is that which most are noyig. Says the Kitzur, but of course the suma is going to be mutter. Yesh limchais. Continues the Kitzur and concludes the first parak. Yesh limchais. One should be meichab yad oim din tchinas shemamadais. Those oimrim tchinas shemamadais, those who say the supplications of mamadais shemesayimim, and they end off Baruch atah Hashem shemei tefillah. What are you doing? You make up a bracha. Ella yishlama Baruch shemei tefillah b'lo shem. Quoting the Turei Zav. And we move on to Siman Beis, which is the halachos of Netilas Yadaim. Says the Kitzur, Lafisha Adam, Keshakamim Mitaslim Mishachris, you get up in the morning, Kumaybriri Chadashi, your new creation. Lavoid Zabari Yisrach Shemot to serve Hashem. Chain Sarach Les Chadesh Velita Yadaim and Akli. You got to start by sanctifying yourself. And how do you do that? By washing your hands from a utensil. Kamod Kayin, like a Kayin in the base of Migdash, Mekad Shadav Chol Yom and Akir, he washes every day his hands in the Kir, Kodem Avodasai, which is really an empowering thought. If we were just to realize every morning when we wash our hands, we're like a Kayin in the base of Migdash. That's what we are when we start our day to serve Hashem. And there's a smach to this in the pasuk Shenamar Erchos B'Negam Kabei V'Savas V'Zachacha Hashem. Washing cleanliness my hands and I circle around the Mizbeach Hashem. L'Shemaya B'Kol Taida, to give thanks to Hashem. So the first reason is why you're a new creation. Says the Kitzur, there's no other reason. When you sleep, your neshama leaves your body. There's tama, there's impurity that comes in your body. Now when you get up, now that tama leaves the body, except for your fingers, does not leave your fingers. That's why we wash the Netilas Yadaim back and forth and back 3 times each in the morning to get rid of the tumah. And of course, that is the reason why it's always best to have a sink near the bed, a bathroom near the bed. Even Negelvasser at the best would be near the bed, unless the tzarech gadol. And again, there's a whole debate whether your whole house is considered Talad Amos or not, etc. Says the Kitzur Sif Beis Malbish Risha, when you put on your first garment, it should be Satel Katan. Why? You don't want to walk the Lamstal Tzitzis, but since your hands aren't clean, Lo Yavarich Alav, you don't make a brach on it. So according to the Kitzur, many do this, and again, either way is fine. Kitzur says you have your tzitzis right next to your bed, you get up, you put on your tzitzis, and then you'll wash your hands and you say the bracha. Okay, clearly the Kitzur isn't sleeping in his tzitzis. Maybe he's just changing his tzitzis, different hanhagos. Over here, no, 11 in the bottom, they point out that according to Mishnah Berurah, first wash your hands, and then put on your tzitzis, and then you'll gain that you'll be able to make the bracha over lasiyasan, which is you hold the tzitzis, make the bracha, and then put them on. If you didn't wash your hands yet, then you would have to put them on and have to only make the bracha after you wash your hands. Continues the Kitzur Sif Gimel. How do you wash your hands in the morning? You take the kli with your right hand, and you put it in your left hand. So with your right hand, you fill it up with water. You give it to your left hand, and you pour it on your right hand. Then you put it in your right hand. You pour it on your left hand 3 times. And it's best to do it until the reis. It's enough until the knuckles. We know this from Hilchos Yom Kippur. But again, Shesat Chak is really, you don't have enough water, which isn't a normal story. And now it continues the Kitzur, maybe an unknown halacha. You should wash your face. You're about to serve Hashem. You want to be in it. We're created Tzelem Elikim. You wash your face. You wash your mouth. All the garbage inside of it for the nighttime. When you say in the name of Hashem, you want to do it with the Kedusha. And then you dry your hands. And first of all, it says at the bottom of the Shtabura, the Ruach might not leave until your hands are dry. And it's best to dry your face wet. Dry your face as well. And we conclude with Sif Dalet Tzarech Lita Yadav Davka L'Toich HaKli. Pour your hands into a kli. You don't want to get any benefit from that water. Don't feed it to your animal. There's Ruach Ra in the water. You should pour it in a place that people aren't there, because Ruach Ra always has an element that could harm people. We'll stop over here. We'll pick it up from Sif Hey B'Siyata Dishmaya.